What's the wildest secret you've discovered about the person running your school? I was a senior when our school brought in a new principal, Dr. Patel. From the moment he arrived, the entire atmosphere shifted. Students liked him. Teachers admired him. Parents praised him. Within months, he'd transformed what had been a struggling school. Classrooms were renovated, new programs rolled out. Clubs and teams suddenly had funding. It felt like we were finally being seen, like our school actually mattered. Dr. Patel had this incredible backstory. He'd grown up in a poor village in India, earned a scholarship to Oxford, then went on to Harvard for graduate school. He talked about building schools overseas, about working with global nonprofits, and even claimed he'd met multiple world leaders. He had pictures too, grainy, but convincing enough. The school newspaper did a feature on him. Local media picked it up. He was a rising star in the district, and people genuinely believed we were lucky to have him. One afternoon, I was helping out in the front office, sorting mail and filing things, when I accidentally knocked over his leather briefcase. Papers spilled everywhere. As I crouched to gather them, I spotted his driver's license sitting loose between two folders. Only, the name wasn't Patel. It said Robert Johnson. At first, I thought maybe it was someone else's ID, a relative, a mistake, but the photo was clearly him. Same face, same eyes, just a different name entirely. That night, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Curiosity got the better of me. I started digging online, searching for everything I could about both names. There was no trace of a doctor, Patel with degrees from Oxford or Harvard. No records of the humanitarian work he'd talked about in assemblies. Nothing. But Robert Johnson? That name turned up real results. He'd been fired from multiple schools, 3 to be exact, for embezzlement. Not just budget issues, but serious financial fraud. And those photos of him shaking hands with world leaders, they were badly photoshopped versions of public images. I found the originals within minutes. I printed everything I could, took screenshots, saved links, and brought it all to our vice principal. As she looked through the documents, her face went pale. She didn't say much at first, just sat there in stunned silence. Then she whispered, "We never verified his background. The superintendent pushed the hire through so fast. He had answers for everything. He seemed too good to question." 2 days later, Dr. Patel didn't show up for work. No warning, no note, just gone. That morning, police arrived at the school. Officers boxed up his desk, confiscated computers, even took files from the server room. The rumors exploded. Turns out, he'd diverted more than $200,000 in school funds to personal accounts. He created fake invoices, fake approval documents, even fake emails between departments. The new programs he'd funded were barely operating, mostly just flashy announcements and staged appearances. Everything had been smoke and mirrors, a show. What stunned everyone the most was how often he'd done it before. This wasn't his first con, not even his second. He'd pulled the same scam at 5 different schools across 3 different states. Each time he reinvented himself, sometimes as Indian, sometimes as Middle Eastern, once even South African. Each identity came with a heartbreaking origin story that made people hesitant to dig too deeply. No one wanted to risk appearing prejudiced or culturally insensitive. The school board tried to keep the story contained. There was no assembly, no official statement beyond a vague letter about leadership changes. But the damage was immediate. Grant applications were frozen. Club funding vanished. Renovation plans halted. Programs collapsed one by one. Teachers were left picking up the pieces, and students, us, were stuck in the middle of a disaster we barely understood.